Driving across Kerala to the town of Cochin, I arrived late at night.
I was just driving into Cochin, came round the sharp right-hand bend expecting a bridge, and suddenly there was a drop into the water. Actually, I need to get on the ferry.
Exploring the town would have to wait for a new day, after, of course, a good breakfast. Made from a batter of ground rice and lentils, idli fry is like a freshly cooked unsweetened donut. Light, warm and fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. And to dip it in, you get a bowl of coconut chutney, served cold, and a bowl of sambar, a spicy lentil and tamarind broth, served hot. In Cochin, the Chinese fishing nets have been operating for 500 years. And in the town, you can still see the remnants of a traditional way of life. Cochin also has a burgeoning arts scene, but its main attraction is its quaint Portuguese architecture. Even if it is strung together with a maze of electrical wiring. And I'm guessing many European tourists book an apartment here for the entire winter. That's a supposition based merely on the evidence of a mini-market that stocks mosquito insecticide, soft toilet tissue and sourdough bread. And whereas in Britain the seagulls have headed inland and learnt from the crows how to stamp on the grass to make the worms come up, in Kerala the crows have come to Cochin Beach and seemingly learnt how to fish. The midday temperature is around 30 centigrade, but as long as you're in the shade of the trees, it's perfectly pleasant.
So you tell me that the trees were planted by the British government?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something you heard when you were a child?
Yeah, if my grandparents and the old people are saying like this,
Yes.
so the British government, they plant these trees all the roadside area.
And beautiful trees they are too, though the two-dimensional pictures don't really do justice to the three-dimensional impact of standing underneath them. Perhaps that's just a fact of life. To truly appreciate beauty, you have to see its depth. From Cochin, I set off for the final destination, Kanyakumari. But not before having a good breakfast. Uttapam is a thick pancake made from a batter of ground rice and lentils. And this one has some onion and chilli added to the mix. There are 3 bowls of dip next to the copper-coloured coffee tumbler. The middle one contains vegetable curry, served hot, and served cold in the other 2. There's coconut chutney in one, and in the other, tomato, onion, garlic and chilli. And on the left-hand side of the plate, you can see 3 condiments in the form of a paste or pâté. The top one contains carrot and garlic, the bottom one mint and coriander, and the middle one is made from dates.
Well, after 3,000 kilometres or so, I'm here at Kanyakumari with the Indian Ocean behind me and a statue of the Hindu monk Swami Vivekanand. Job done.
I arrived in Kanyakumari a little before sunset, and so I did the exploring the following day. after a good breakfast. A dosa is a thin pancake, again made from a batter of ground rice and lentils. It's cooked until it's golden brown and crispy on the outside. The masala is a portion of potato curry. It comes with a bowl of hot spicy samba, a bowl of coconut chutney and a dollop of spicy dip made from tomato, onion, garlic and chilli.
Thank you. Hot, fresh and crispy. That in the samba sauce. That's a good breakfast.
Kanyakumari is a sacred site for Hindu pilgrims. But to the casual observer, it's comfortingly like Margate. Even if I didn't spot anyone wearing a knotted handkerchief.
You're all in now.
It was the end of the journey and time to sell the rickshaw. A 27-year-old rickshaw only has scrap value, and I sold it to a policeman for 8,000 rupees, about 65 quid. Driving the rickshaw had been an absolute blast, and I knew that in spite of its faults, I was going to miss it. Well, no, actually, because of its faults, I was going to miss it. If you took away its faults, it would be a car, and all of its charm would be gone. Its faults are its character. And the same goes for places and people. If we took away all the overcrowding and noise and dirt of the places we visit, we'd wash away their authenticity. And perhaps fixing all the faults in a person might hollow out their character. But hey, don't use that as an excuse. When I started this journey, I said I was going to be muddling through mayhem, driving an unlikely vehicle while trying to film on a mobile phone, and editing video posts about places I'd already left, and then realising all the shots I should have taken and all the things I should have said. And in that way, the experience has been like a microcosm of life in general. We try to work to some kind of a plan, but what actually happens to us is a mishmash of events out of which we must pull whatever fragments we can to knit together some kind of meaningful narrative. And hopefully, along the way, there'll be some interesting breakfasts.